this slide is entitled Lifelong Plan, the Big Picture. And it reads, in the United States, we tend to think in terms of daily, monthly, quarterly, and annual results. This is true. The Japanese tend to think in terms of lifelong plans, for example, 60 years. Okay, so this is something we learned from the Japanese back in the 80s, when the Japanese were beating up our companies like Chrysler, which went bankrupt, in our industries like electronics, and our economy in general. So we were very surprised because in 1945 we had more or less obliterated Japan, and by the late 70s, meaning 35 years later, they were back with a vengeance. So we asked them, what's going on? They said, well, how do you plan? We said, we plan like this: daily, monthly, quarterly, annual results. I said, no, we don't plan like that. Well, how do you plan? He says, we plan 60 years out. Said, oh, I see, right? So to continue, in the space provided, write down your lifelong plan. Describe your vision, how you see your life evolving, right? What do you see with your life? What your mission is, what you want to accomplish with your life? What are some of your goals, and what are some of the results? So most of you are not teenagers anymore, so I think you could tell us what your vision was. I think back when you were a teenager, okay? And when you were a teenager, what was your vision? Maybe you wanted to be a rock star or a movie star, or I don't know, something, right? And what was your mission? What did you want to accomplish? Maybe you wanted to be rich or famous or something. And what are some of your goals? Maybe your goals were like to get your first car, graduate from high school. And what were the results that you attained during your teenage years? Okay. And for your 20s, you can write down your vision, your current vision, your mission, your goals, your results. But really what I'd like you to do is start with your 80s, okay? Work your way down. Start with your 80s, and how do you see your life at age 80 something? Hopefully, you know, you're living a wonderful life, right? You have plenty of money. You have no financial worries. Maybe you're traveling. You're going to fine restaurants. You're going to the movies, to theater, to concerts, spending time with your family, spending time with your friends. You might be writing your memoirs, you know, this was my life, or this, you know, that would be your vision. And maybe your mission, for most people, I think their mission is to have a family. So maybe you accomplish your mission, maybe not, I don't know. Your goals at age 80, what might they be? You know, it might be to leave a legacy behind, right? That you did something meaningful while you were here. And you won't have results yet, okay? We don't have any students in this age group. And then once you have your 80s, then work your way down, right? In 60s and 50s and 40s, 30s, like that, okay? So usually people in their 30s are starting their career and they're starting a family and they're struggling with buying their first house and buying better cars, like that. And people in their 40s, maybe they're established in their career and they're making money and maybe trying to get into a second house and raising their children and things like that. In the 50s, some people become very successful. Probably the most, in general, the most successful people in general, with our exceptions, of course, like Mark Zuckerberg or Beyonce or whatever. Most successful people are usually in their 50s and 60s. It takes a while. It takes a long while. In fact, there's a very famous Japanese painter. I forgot his name, but he painted this very famous painting of a blue ocean wave. You may have seen that. It's a very famous painting, Blue Ocean Wave, by a Japanese painter. And they asked him, how did you become successful? And he said, I never did anything meaningful until I was in my 70s. Okay, because before that, you got tons of things to do. You have tons of things to do, right? So in your 50s, maybe you're very successful. Maybe your mission is to be more successful. Maybe your goals are to become a multi-millionaire. I don't know. And in your 60s, sometimes it might be kind of an extension of your 50s, but maybe you're starting to close the books and your mission is to leave a legacy for your family. And your goals might be to have a wonderful retirement, right? in your 70s, maybe you become a mentor, and your vision is to be a mentor and to help others. Your mission might be that, right? To help other people, to help other people develop a vision and lead better lives. Like that. Okay. So tell me about this. I mean, that's just an example. Okay, you do your own thing. Okay, I'm not going to tell you what it should be or shouldn't be. It's up to you. But I think it's important and useful to plan it from the end to today, towards today. Okay. Usually people plan from today forward, which is okay, but it's probably very helpful or useful to plan from the end and then work your way towards today, so that many years from now you get to where you wanted to be. Okay, you don't end up in some other place where you're like, how did I end up here? Broke, homeless, hungry, cold. Okay, no family, whatever, right? You don't want to end up there. So you want to end up where you want to end up, right? But to do that, you need to have a plan and the vision of how to get there, which is what this slide is for. Okay, let's go next slide.